but there are other serious things which affect our country, which may destabilize this country. After the use of the ISA, for example, in order to prevent the spread of communism, we find that in Malaysia there is a need for us to restrain people from talking or promoting racialism. This country has got 3 different races who are differentiated not just by ethnicity, but also by religion, language, culture, and most importantly, economic achievement. And it is a tinder box in a way. All we have to do is to try and get people to feel envious and jealous of the other people and go and live over and over again over a prolonged period, then there will be animosities between the different races in this country, and obviously this country will not be politically stable. So we have to prevent that. That is why the media may have its license withdrawn if it is shown that the media was deliberately trying to cause racial tension within the country. What they are reporting may be quite true, but still it is not wise. They have to restrain themselves from telling the truth. And we help what to instead to try and help stop this stride towards conflict between the different races. If they don't, then they are likely to lose their license in Malaysia. But then, if the media feels that that there is something wrong in the way the country is run, it's not something that will affect a lot of readers. It's probably better to publish pictures of scantily clad girls, but a responsible media must report that things are good or bad in the country, so that people can then make a reasoned choice whenever they go for elections, for example. This is very important because the media can play a role in ensuring that we have a government that can rule the country and rule it well. Because indirectly, of course, by choosing the right government, you enable the country to develop. If we choose the wrong government, of course, you see a lot of countries in the world which have failed to develop because they happen not to have the right government. Of course, it's not always the government which is in the wrong, the people also can be in the wrong. But government plays a very big role in development. So if the media helps the people to determine the kind of government that should govern the country, it is contributing towards national development. There are lots of things that the media can do, of course, and it is impossible to have all the means of spreading information contribute towards just one objective of developing the country. There will be contrary views. Even in terms of how to develop the country, there will be differences in terms of opinion as to what needs and what need not be done or should not be done. So, the role of the media in modern society is very, very deep and very, very important. It is a very powerful weapon. It can develop the country, it can also destroy the country. We have to remember that people do not always act rationally. Common sense is one thing that is not very common. People do things which we know is wrong. Let's take an example. For example, I was watching a film recently called Downfall. It is the story of the last days of Adolf Hitler in Germany. And the Germans are very intelligent people. And when you see the picture of Adolf Hitler, his behavior during his last day, you wonder how is it possible that the German people should choose this leader and support him until the very moment when he committed suicide. He was really mad. On the picture you can see he was really mad, and yet the generals were standing erect, raising their arm and saying, "Hail Hitler," to a man who was mad. I mean, probably it must be obvious that he was mad. He was not rational. When the German army was already decimated, he couldn't fight anymore. He was talking about this army should go here, this army should go there. And the generals told him, we don't have the army anymore. But he kept on talking about the same army. And yet they obeyed him. They obeyed him to the last. So people can be irrational. It's not just that Hitler was irrational. He must have been irrational from the very beginning. But towards the end, certainly he was irrational.